Hi, everybody. My name is Al Cini. I'm the founder and CEO of BCAT Partners, where we believe that when you align the way you do your work, which is your brand, with your passion for the work you do, which is your culture, then you become an unstoppable force in your marketplace or in the community you serve. And I'm joined today by my good friend and colleague, Bruce Bolger, who is the founder of the Brand Media Coalition. Bruce, maybe you can say a few words about that.
Yeah, thanks, Alf. The Brand Media Coalition was founded 2 years ago by a group of leading brands that are active in the corporate marketplace, whose brands are so powerful that they're actually motivational to people for use as gifts, incentives, and recognition. And so the Brand Media Coalition at brandmediacoalition.com tells the story of the world's leading brands and where to buy them at corporate for wholesale business use, and where you can have them customized and personalized for any kind of business gifting opportunities. So, Al, back to you to explain your whole concept of brand definition.
Thank you, Bruce. I think, where we come in is actually pretty exciting, especially considering the brand that we'll be talking about today. We're talking about the Weber brand. We'll be telling their story. What we do, what we add by way of science is based on a principle, and the principle is a pretty well-known principle. We just wrap some science around it. What we've learned is that the reason why people want to work for you, that's your culture, is the same reason why people want to buy from you, your brand. And that is because that promises to make them better versions of themselves. So everything about what we do is about articulating that better version of self that a brand promises. And we found that it organizes itself into four categories. A brand can promise to make you perceived as the smartest person in the world, or it can make you perceived as the most dominant or most winning person, most respected person in the world, or it can make you be perceived as a person who is the most fun to be around and the most entertaining and the life of the party, or it can make you perceived as the steadiest, warmest, and most friendly person in the world. So those four elements of a brand promise are what we analyze with the Brand and Culture Alignment Toolkit. And that gets us to the Weber brand story, Bruce. Maybe you can share that with us.
Yeah, it's a great story, the Weber story, because it's an authentic story. The brand was created in 1952 by an entrepreneur who was working in a factory that made buoys for shipping channels. And he also loved to grill, and he recognized that if you could chop one of those buoys in half, it could create a wonderful grilling tool. It took quite a trial and error for him to recognize that it would only work if you could put a lid on it and control the air. And once he solved that, the rest is history. And the company, of course, has grown into be one of the world's leading grilling companies and grilling accessory manufacturers around the world. The brand personality, in a way, is described as leading edge, intriguing, inclusive, inspiring, and encouraging. Uh, Grilling is all about bringing people together, and Weber is all about finding new ways to make grilling an exceptional experience. The buyer persona, it's somebody who values quality, reliability, and innovation in products. And this is a company that's very committed to the corporate market. So working through their master distribution company in the corporate market, MAS Inc., they can provide customization and personalization of grilling equipment and accessories. MAS works through marketing companies, HR advisory firms, and other companies that bring gifting and reward and promotional solutions to clients. They've got Weber has some of the great brands in the grilling line, the Spirit outdoor grills, the Genesis outdoor kitchens, if you will, and a variety of other accessories and smokers. And as I said, they are reachable through MAS to buy at wholesale. And just wrapping up, when you go to their website, Al, one of the things that's interesting is that they really make a commitment to helping people use their products in multiple ways. They offer all sorts of recipes, but they also offer all sorts of programs on grilling skills and tips and whatnot. And they're one of the few companies that's really committed to the corporate market. On their website, they have a whole section for the corporate market. So folks, when you're buying brands for business, always look for the corporate tab on the website or at the footer, because that's where you're going to get the expertise, the better pricing, drop shipping, and other things to make your gift or your incentive or recognition that much more powerful. So Al, how does, in your view, the Weber story stack up against your brand personality scheme?
Well, Bruce, that is such a powerful story. It's such a terrific and beloved product line. When you're representing the Weber product line in your store, or when you're presenting the Weber product family or an element of it as a gift or as an incentive, what we've learned in our analytics of the story you just told and the material we found on their website and some of the language we saw in their marketing material, what you're helping people become is the life of the party. And that when you think of a Weber grill in the middle of somebody's backyard, it's where the party starts. It's where all the fun happens. And you, as the owner, as the proud owner of that Weber grill, become sort of naturally then the life of the party. So the number one element of the promise of the brand is to make you the life of the party. The second is to enable you, empower you to bring everything and everyone together, everything it takes to make a wonderful experience together. As a result of the fact that you're a Weber owner, you are respected by everyone. That's third. And finally, at the bottom of the rest of the model, of our model, while the recipe is important, obviously the food needs to be good. The recipe and the food are actually less important than the experience of the entire experience of the Weber grill. When you gather everybody around a Weber grill, what you're doing is throwing a wonderful party for everybody you know, getting them all to enjoy each other around you and around the grill that you've chosen or the grill that you've been given as a gift. So, Bruce, I from the point of view of the Brand Media Coalition, how does that resonate with what you've said?
Well, that makes a lot of sense. In a word, the Weber brand stands for more than a product. It stands for an experience. Al, I want to thank you for hosting the Brand Media Coalition story today. And I also want to thank MAS Inc., the Master Fulfillment Company that represents Weber. And for all of you, have a great day, and thanks for listening.
Bruce, I want to thank you. This has been a great opportunity for me. If anybody wants to learn more about how we did these analytics and analyze the promise that a Weber grill makes, I can be reached at 855-999-BCAT. That's 2228. Or you can email me at al.cini@getbcat.com. Thanks, everyone.